It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 20. Four-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Touch the outlaw. 3. Yo.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Let's go, baby.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now McNair. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. McNair. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise If they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Get him, get him. Check, check.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, what a move. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
3rd and 7.
It's McNair letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lux with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set, 50 wheel. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check, check, check. Hey, let's go. Come on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. Check 4, check 4. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got nothing.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I got you. I got you. No, get him, get him, get him. You got him. Go, Mike.
Throwing on first down, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Fields firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And an alley to run. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by Jackson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here. So. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, McNair. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McNair. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The position. Here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
to throw again. McNair. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead now up to 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he works free. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
To throw on second down, McNair. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you...
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on. Mike 51, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, Mike 51, no. Switch up, switch up.
Back to throw. Fields. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check.
Looking to throw. Fields. This is caught by Jackson. 20, 10, 5, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Yeah, let's get second.
To throw on second down, Fields. Now this one complete to Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. But they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on 1st down. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. All right, let's get there. Check 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 15. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the Raiders' 4-yard line.
Go now! 22, jet cover. 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Ooh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll run it here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch. Made it at 25 yards out. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 43 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Wait. 15 number 53. Mike 53. It's just me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Man, I got you. He's crashing.
Right back to him on first down.
Watch the safety creep.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And to give this time to the tailback. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12.